This is our SEC Winter Workshop Series, and this is Workshop 5. It's the first one of the new year, so welcome to 2023. Tonight's one is on building energy rating, and Mel is going to be delivering it for us. He'll introduce himself in a moment. Just to say that we are recording the webinar tonight. We will share the recording with you along with the slide deck, so don't worry too much. And if you have any questions that you want to add into the chat box, please feel free. I'll keep an eye on that as Mel is doing the talk. So I'm going to hand over if Mel wants to try and share his slide deck, and we'll see how we get on with that.
Ruthie, you'll have to let me share.
Oh.
And we've got the mic and the camera.
Lovely. That is something we didn't test. Okay. So I will have to go into... we still have a few more people joining in. So Mel, I think if I pop onto your name, hopefully be able to make that happen. Make a presenter. Hopefully now.
Looks good.
Brilliant. Go ahead at your own. Be there, Mel.
I am here.
Perfect. We can see it. You're just not in full screen mode yet.
Okay. So
perfect. Thanks very much.
Full screen. Excellent. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 5th workshop in the SEC Winter Workshop Series. And this workshop is about building energy ratings, or BERs. So just to introduce myself, my name is Mel Gavin. I work at the Atlantic Technological University, or ATU, which was until recently a group of separate institutes of technology. So I'm in the Sligo campus. My background is I'm an engineer in civil structure and energy. I have been a mentor for the Sustainable Energy Communities Programme since 2016, and I work in the Border and West region. So hopefully at the end of today's workshop, you'll be able to find your current BER for your home if there is one. If you don't have one, you'll be able to find a BER Assessor, and we'll offer some guidance on how to prepare for a BER assessment to get the most out of it. There is a link here to some very useful information on the SAA website, and that page alone takes you through a number of the steps that we're discussing here, and there's more information in there as well. So the building energy rating, without going into an awful lot of detail as to what it is, the BER includes a certificate and an advisory report. The certificate is what we're looking at here, and this is the coloured label at the front of the overall BER. It's to give you an indication of the energy performance of your home based on typical occupancy. It doesn't tell you exactly how much energy you use. It tells you how much energy your home would normally take to keep it at a comfortable level of heating. It's mostly concerned with heat, but there is a little bit of electricity in there as well. It's a good indicator of how much your home will cost to keep warm. So the first coloured label that starts at the top at green and goes down to the bottom at red, obviously the higher you are on this, then the less energy it takes to heat your home, and that's better for you, better for your costs. The next label to the right then is related to, regardless of how much energy it takes, how carbon intensive your heating system is. So that's the label there on the right, and obviously from a climate change perspective, we want that to be as far to the top there as possible, or as close to zero as possible. The advisory report is the background to the BER, and there's a lot of technical data in there. Prior to June 2021, if your BER was carried out prior to June 2021, you'll be in this older format. It's a lot of text. It's a lot of technical language. There is good guidance in there. It is worth reading, but it may mean more to an architect or to a building professional. By all means, hold on to it. Don't throw it away. It will be useful. Since June 2001, the format has become much more readable, much more reader friendly, and it gives you a lot of visual guidance as to, what measures are the best option for your home, which elements require the most attention, whether it's the roofs, the walls, the windows, or the heating system itself, and whether there is scope for renewables in your home. It's not an instruction, it's not an order of what to do. It is a recommendation from the BER Assessor as to what they are recommending when they examine your home. The most of these advisory reports now will try and give you a pathway to a BER of B2 at a minimum, and higher if possible, if it's practical. So that's the new target that we're trying to get as many homes as possible to by 2030. So you may have a BER and not know what it is, or you may have a BER for the house you're living in and not realize it. Or you may have had a BER and lost the paperwork and don't know where to find it. So there is a simple few steps to get there. If your home has had a BER assessment in the last 10 years, then it will be stored in the SAI National BER Register. So before you go there, the first step is to get your MPRN. The MPRN is a unique number associated with your electric connection. You'll find it on the top of your electricity bill. There's a couple of examples there where you'd find it for electricity and board gas, but it should be fairly prominent and easy to find on your electricity bill. Then step 2, you're ready to go to the National BER Register. So you can use this link, or you could simply do a web search for SAI National BER Register, and you're likely to get there on the first click. You'll see that there are 2 boxes. So you can enter your BER number if you happen to know it. So maybe you've still got the certificate, but you'd like the background advisory report. So that you can do that. But the simplest is to get your MPRN and enter it into this box and then click search. So if there is a BER existing for your property, it'll appear in a window like this. Now this is from an actual search, so obviously I've blocked out some of the personal data. On the left here, you'll see a link for the BER DEC. You'll see the number there, and you click that to access the certificate and the advisory report. And that will take you to this page. On this page, you'll see some basic information. You'll see the overall BER rating. In this case here, it's a C3. You'll see the CO2 emissions. You'll see the year of construction. You'll see your floor area. But rather than just reading it there, you can click on these 2 download functions here, and you'll get the BER certificate, so that the colored page at the front, and you'll get the advisory report here as well. So that's the steps. You can see it's relatively simple. Once you have your MPRN number, you find your way to the website and follow those steps to see if you have a BER, and if you have a BER, you can download and keep it. You can go there as many times as you want. If you don't have a BER and you would like to get a BER done, then the next step would be to find a BER Assessor. So again, SAI have a very good search function here. You can go to the link that's shown here, or you can simply do a web search and find a BER Assessor. And again, the first link is likely to take you to this page. On this page, if you know the assessor name, you could put that in. If you know the company name, you could put that in. But if you're just looking, you can search here by county. So you can select the county that you're in. Obviously, we're talking mostly about homes here, so you pick the domestic dwelling assessors. If you do have a business premises and you'd like a non-domestic building assessor, you can click here and then click search. And that will give you a list of BER assessors, and you can contact either of them. There will be contact details on their emails and phone numbers, and ask them for a quotation for a BER. So that brings us very neatly and quickly onto some of the guidance to prepare for a BER assessment. So it is important to prepare so that you get the most out of your BER assessment. Building energy ratings were originally brought in, and they were something you had to get if you wanted to sell your house or rent your home. So they were often done just simply because they had to be there as a piece of paper to legalize the whole arrangement. As we're moving towards more and more retrofitting of homes, it's important that your assessor knows why you're getting the assessment. So tell them that you're interested in energy upgrades. The methodology they use is exactly the same, so the results and outcome will be exactly the same, but it may make the communication between you and the assessor a bit more effective for you. So it means that they will hopefully be able to guide you in reading the advisory report in particular. So get the information on your home ready, You have your MPRN number, your air code, any previous BERs, even if they're outdated, have them there. Details of any energy upgrades is very important. If you happen to have house drawings, that's good, or plans or specifications. Details of any extensions that may have been made, and maybe the make and model of your boiler. You usually find that on a little plate on the side of your boiler. So even taking a photo of that and sending it to your BER assessor, it gives them information to start with. And the final point there, point 3, is to ensure that there is safe and clear access to all areas of your home, including the attic. So ideally you will have safe access, either an attic stairs or a safe step ladder for the assessor to take a look into the attic. Just as I've noted there in terms of details of any upgrades, it is very important to keep records of any works done in your home. Keep documentation from your contractor, keep certification of anything that was done, receipts and documentation of the works that indicate the address that the works are carried out at. The reason for this is that BER assessors cannot assume that work has been done on homes. They cannot take your word for it. It's a regulated industry, and for it to be fair for all parties involved, including new house buyers, they have to follow strict rules and how they assess your building energy rating. So again, there's actually a very good checklist for preparing for a BER at the link there, the SAI blog link. Just the final point here is a reminder to stay well and warm this winter, and also a reminder that there are supports, including SAI and beyond SAI. MABS is a fantastic support to help you manage home energy bills, and all home bills, in fact. And of course, there's the charity alone there, which is also a support for many people. So don't neglect these. If you need them, reach out.